Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. How are you today? Great. Awesome. Alhamdulillah. Well, before we start our lesson, let's start by reciting Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Be healthy, be happy. Okay, are you ready to study? Yes? Well, in the previous meeting, we have video about global warming. Some of you have already answered the questions. However, I found some of you still has incorrect answer. It's okay. Now, let's study more about analytical exposition text. Well, before that, I will tell you the basic competence. Kompetensi dasar dalam mempelajari teks ini. Yang pertama yaitu membedakan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, unsur kebahasaan dari teks, eksposisi analitis tentang topik yang hangat dibicarakan umum sesuai dengan konteks. Kemudian kita nanti jelas akan membahas tentang teks-teks eksposisi analitis. Kemudian menangkap makna dalam teks eksposisi analitis tentang topik yang hangat dibicarakan umum. Okay, let's review our last meeting. Global warming video. Number 1. What is global warming? Yes, the answer. Global warming was exclusively a naturally occurring process. The atmosphere made up of gases and blah blah blah. And then number 2. What is the conclusion? Can you find the conclusion of the video? Yes, that's in the last sentence. United Nations climate expert warn of devastating and irreversible consequences if global warming is not quickly and sharply limited. So we have to limit global warming. Okay, the third. What kind of the text above? Yeah, the answer is analytical exposition text. Okay, some of you has incorrect answer number 3. So let's check what is an analytical exposition text. Can you guess? Yes. What is analytical exposition text? That's a type of spoken or written text that is intended to persuade the listener or readers by presenting arguments to analyze or explain how and why. So, the writer persuades the readers or the speaker persuade the listener that something is the case. And then the goal, of course, to persuade the readers or listener that something is in the case, or to analyze or to explain, ya, membujuk pembaca bahwa sesuatu itu penting atau bisa menjadi sebuah masalah, menganalisa sebuah masalah gitu. Nah, what is the generic structure? The first one is thesis, the second one arguments, the third one conclusions. Actually, there are two types of exposition. The first one is analytical exposition, the second one is hortatory. The difference is in the generic structure. In analytical exposition, we have thesis, argument, and conclusion. However, in the hortatory exposition text, there are thesis, argument, and the others is suggestion. Okay, the difference is this one. Analytical exposition has conclusion, but hortatory exposition has suggestion. Okay, thesis. What is thesis? Thesis introduces topic and indicates the writer's position. The writer also outlines the main arguments to be presented. And then next is arguments. Maybe it can be some paragraph of argument. It shows a series of arguments that support the thesis. And then the last, conclusions. At this stage, the writer restates his or her point of view. Well, okay, now let's talk about the language feature of analytical exposition text. The first one, the tenses. It's use simple present tense. For example, like this. Works is. In my opinion, elementary school teacher works hard. English is the world's most important language. Yeah, mostly used in present tense. Next, connector. Well, to mention several parts of arguments, it uses connector. For example, firstly, secondly, first, furthermore, finally, also, and etc. And then to summarize or conclude the points, in short, in a word, so in conclusion, on other words, altogether, and etc. And then emotive words. Well, actually, that's because analytical exposition mostly use emotive words. And using, let me say in bahasa Indonesia ini kalimat emotif ya. Jadi mengungkapkan perasaan kayak gitu. And then words that qualify statements. Jadi pernyataan itu ada qualify. Misalnya my son's friend probably. Nah, usual. Nah, itu qualify statement. Jadi karena ini pendapat, jadi lebih ke point of view-nya subjektif. Oke. Nah, bedanya apa sama text report? Mungkin banyak yang kemarin yang global warming dijawab dengan report, tapi ternyata itu analytical. Why? Karena di akhir ada suggestion. Nah, di awal kan intinya global warming adalah sebuah masalah yang besar. Ada argumen-argumen, di akhir kita harus membatasi atau mengurangi efek global warming. Jadi itu analytical ya. Okay, that's the example of analytical exposition text. The title, should cars be banned from the city? Okay, take a look at the paragraph. Okay. Okay, please read the text first. First paragraph. Second, third, fourth, the last paragraph. Well, okay. Now, let's analyze. The first paragraph, it's called, what is it called? Yes, thesis. Cars should be banned from the city center, at least in the biggest cities, because they bring on more problems than benefits. Pollution is the top one major drawback, along with the traffic jam and a relentless decrease in local commerce. That's the thesis. It shows the argument, actually that's the main argument that will be given in the text. The statement, sorry. And then argument 1, firstly. Nah, kata kuncinya di sini ya, firstly. Nah, yang pertama adalah, nah ini menunjukkan argument. Then argument 2, secondly, public transportation should be the priority means of commuting, even after the implementation of blah blah blah. That's the argument 2. Then argument 3, in addition. Nah, ini ada kata ya. In addition. And then conclusion. Lihat ya tandanya ya. Ya, in some condition. Nah, di sini ada kata so. So that means that is conclusion. Nah, this one is the top. Firstly, secondly, in addition, in some condition, ya. Konektornya firstly, secondly, in addition. Dan ini ada kata tanda kesimpulan. So, oke, kita analisa. The text use simple present tense. Buktinya mana? Pollution is the top one major drawback. Nah, kata is di sini berarti ini simple present tense. Dan selanjutnya, it is widely known that cause are blah blah. Kata di sini is or it means that it use present tense. Oke, connector. Lihat ya, connector yang dipakai. Firstly, in addition to that, in some conditions. Then summarize. Conclusion. So we have to know how to use cause wisely for our life. Well, do you have any questions? If you have some question, you can ask me in the WhatsApp group or in the module. Thank you very much for today. Don't forget, you will have a mini quiz after this. Thank you. See you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.